Hi, my name is Joey Banks, and this is my side reading for Palmer in Yankee Tavern. The only way they do not happen is if everything is a total coincidence. You can't have it both ways. The moment you no longer believe that every single thing is a coincidence, at that moment you are admitting that somewhere in the great landscape of this event, there must be some element of complicity. Coincidence. 3 months before the attacks, commercial airline pilots lose their rights to carry firearms. They've had this right for 40 years, but suddenly, in June 2001, without explanation, it is revoked. Coincidence. 2 months before the attacks, the shoot-down orders, the authority to have fighter jets intercept airplanes which have strayed off course. This power, for the first time ever, is transferred away from the military directly into the hands of the president. Coincidence. The day of the attacks just happens to be the same day that NORAD has scheduled the most extensive war games in its history. Military exercises that will simulate hijackings and planes crashing into buildings. And therefore, you must believe that on this one day, in one day only, that all standard operating defense procedures at NORAD have been suspended, that just by coincidence, that is the same day that the largest attack ever on American mainland is carried out. And there is just one more coincidence, Janet, and frankly, it's the hardest one to ignore. You will need to follow the money. Look at the stock market. Look at the put options, the highly leveraged bets that the stock of a company is about to fall dramatically. And you will see that on the afternoon before the attacks, there is a huge jump in the put options on United Airlines. A jump that is 90 times, not 90%, but 90 times higher than normal. There is also a huge jump in the put options on American Airlines that is 60 times higher than normal. And most telling of all, there is no similar financial activity on any other airline in the world. Only the two companies who will lose planes the next day. A fact which the business pages immediately call one of the most extraordinary coincidences in the history of mankind. Things get known, Janet. They get written on a piece of paper and notarized and placed in a safe deposit box 3 days before the attacks. I know this because the man who wrote these words was a friend of mine. And I have never seen him again. I want to speak with Adam. You need to make that happen. Thank you. Hi, my name is Joey Banks, and this is me reading for Adam and Yankee Tavern. There was a man named Abu Zubaydah, who was a major al-Qaeda operative, and in 2002, he was captured by the CIA. Now, this was hailed as a major victory in the war on terror. Now, he was tortured, waterboarded, and in less than a minute, he snapped. He gave up the names and phone numbers from memory of 3 Saudi men who claimed to know in advance of the 9/11 attacks. Now, the CIA gives this information to their Saudi counterparts. And then a very strange thing happens. These 3 men all die within an 8-day period. Man number 1, who had just returned from the United States, where his racehorses won the first 2 legs of the Triple Crown, dies of a heart attack at age 43. Man number 2 dies in a car crash on the way to man number 1's funeral. And man number 3, in that same week, dies at age 25. Of what? Thirst. The official report says he died of thirst. These 3 men, Janet, they are princes. They are wealthy, well-to-do relatives of King Fahd, the Saudi leader, and great friend to the Bush White House. Thank you.